It's June, happy Pride Month. Now, I care about a lot of things. Why am I trying to be more vocal about pride? Let me tell you a story. If you come here in person and visit me in my shop, you might notice something on my door. It's this little sticker. This sticker supports underrepresented, marginalized communities in the area and acts as a visible sign against bigotry. Pride, Tioga County, that's my county, beautiful thing. Little QR code, little website going to where you could get a sticker if you wanted to. And that's all it is. Like, that's how big it is. Nothing really big, right? But something nice to have on your business to show that you're a safe space. This group supports everybody. Like, they're very big on equality for everybody. They just kind of focus on the gays because they're a marginalized community everywhere still. These stickers were being offered, passed out for free, and you can put them on your business, and it shows that your business or establishment is welcoming to everybody. It doesn't mean you only cater to gay people. It doesn't mean that you only offer discounts to trans people. It's simply a sign that says, I'm safe. It's like, I think, wearing a safety pin. It says, I'm a safe adult to talk to. They're stickers, like little stickers. I'm getting to something here. Now, I had kind of heard about these stickers. It's not like they were advertised necessarily. You would have heard about them if you went to Pride or if you were a business that these people actually physically came to, and I'm kind of out of the way. And I might not have had my business yet when what I'm about to tell you just happened. This is my friend Stacy with the cafe. She had one in her window, and I saw these stickers places that people had just put them in the window, inconspicuously but conspicuously, like cafes, pizzerias, dog groomers, the library. Just like if you're a business owner and you choose to be inclusive, you could get a sticker and put it in the window. I'm trying not to belabor this. I'm just trying to explain exactly what the project was. The project was, if you wanted to show to the world in a nice little way, like having a lapel pin, that you were an open and inclusive space, you didn't mind who you are or how you identify, you're welcome to come in the door and take a welding lesson or buy a pastry. Just come on in. You're allowed to come in. And then I heard this local guy, and by the way, I don't know how much to give away because I don't want to trash talk, except he called for a boycott on every business that had this sticker in their window. I'm not above calling for a boycott, but it would be for something unsafe, like, hey, they have children working in the back, or they're scooping up dog meat off the side of the highway and putting it in their burgers, like a real serious thing. I don't think I would ever, I'm putting a pin in that, but I don't think I would ever call for a boycott on a business because of their beliefs. And I'm saying that very carefully, but for real, that's one of those slippery slopes. If their belief is promoting violence, that's a different thing. But if you're just like, boy, I don't like black people, I'm not going to serve them, I feel like they should be able to say that. And I feel like they should be able to say that vocally. And I actually would not call for a boycott on someone who is talking like that, even though I don't agree with that stance. I think we should be able to identify people for who they are. But this business over at our county seat in Wellsboro called for a boycott on any business that had a pride sticker displayed on their door or in their window. Allow me to show you the Facebook post that has since been deleted. Pause to read. We all make mistakes, even when we say awful, terrible, shitty things, but I never saw an apology out of this guy. I never saw him backpedal, never saw him do anything. I just happened to notice that the post on his page was deleted, but this is a screenshot that somebody else, they shared it. They screenshot his and then they shared it, and I screenshotted it, and the internet is forever. And so those words are never going to go away. So unless there's some sort of public denunciation by him of what he said, I'm going to keep it up. But bro, for real, they're calling Pride supporters satanic groomers and saying don't be afraid anymore. And I guarantee, generally speaking, that the gays are more afraid of this fairly powerful and popular gentleman than he is of them. Well, I don't know. Maybe not after reading this. The man who wrote this has a very popular and well-established business in Wellsboro, and he's got clients that come to him from literally all over because they want his work again. Because he's done work on them and they want his work done on them again. But I will never have work done on me by this gentleman who runs a certain business. But this is wild. Take myself out of this brain and put it into the body of someone else who, is kind of feeling this way and thinking this way. After having read this list of individuals who have chosen to put a pride sticker on their business, library, indie bookstore, ice cream shop, YMCA, churches, cafes, chocolate makers, wild outfitters, music stores, performing arts center, chamber of commerce. You don't take a minute to look at those types of businesses, those types of organizations to see what kind of people they are and what kind of people you want to align yourself with. I would think of that. I would look at this and be like, wow, look at this list of really cool people who are doing this really uncool thing. Am I going to keep thinking that pride is an uncool thing and align with like the jerk who posted this? Or am I going to take a second to pause and be like, ooh, something's not adding up here. So I ordered a sticker. That's when I ordered a sticker. That's when I knew they were a thing. And then I knew they were being boycotted against. I'm like, no, we're going to double down on this. Now I got to say something. Now I got to do something. What little thing that I could do. Oh yeah, so now I'm on the website if you look. So thanks, dude. He probably won't ever see this, but the whole reason that I've got the little pride thing on my door, and when I go out and do vendor shows, I have the pride thing on my cash box too. So if you come to pay, you see the pride thing on it. And for Dickens, I stitched the Pride Progress flag to the inside of my Woolrich coat. I could be doing better. I could be more vocal. I'm trying to be more vocal than I have been in the past, but that's the story of why I have a pride sticker on my door and why I try to do and say at least a little bit of something in the month of June, saying that I support the rainbow community, not just because it's the right thing to do, but like they're gonna come for me. I'm weird. I'm pretty sure I'm a cishet, fully straight woman, like with a husband I've been with for almost 15 years. We've got 2 children together. They're our children, biological children. We're almost white picket fencey, like a conservative dream. And I stay home with them, besides my business. I'm a caretaker. So I am a white, middle-class caretaker, married to my straight husband with our little kids who are straight presenting. They're still young yet. In sports, support the community wherever we can. Not very religious. But generally speaking, I'd like to take what privilege I have and speak out against bigotry. Speak out against being a douche. Be vocal about just being nice to people and letting them live their lives. I think that one rule that we all as a whole agree on is that everyone should be able to do what they want to as long as you're not being an asshole to someone else, as long as you're not being hurtful to someone. And then there are varying shades of what it means to be hurtful. Some people think being hurtful is the absence of being helpful. Some people think being hurtful is actually inducing harm on somebody. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think that not only is it our duty to not cause harm to others, without a really good reason. I believe in turnabout. But because we live in a society and we are a communal species, I think we've got a bit of a duty and an obligation to each other to be helpful. That means you have to put yourself out. That means you have to give of yourself to other people. And that looks different for everybody. And I can't believe it's 2025 and we're still having problems with how people choose to have family structures and love each other and present. When I moved back to this area, one of the things that I said was that I want to be the adult that I needed when I was young. So I may not have been a gay kid, but I was certainly a homophobe. And I remember the people who made me that way. I remember the adults who made me that way. I remember the jokes they made. That's for another video. I am to this day, middle-aged, resentful of the people who made me that way when I was young. So I'm here to be the opposite of that when I can. I'm here for the kids to see. I'm here to be that rural, middle-class, cishet white woman who likes the gays. Most of all, if there's youth in the area who are even considering thinking less of themselves, that they shouldn't, and that they've got someone who believes in them. Because I can't believe in 2025 I'm hearing things about people neglecting their kids and sending them out of the house because they found out that, she has a girlfriend. I can't believe in 2025 we are still worried about how people present to the world, how they express themselves. And yes, nobody taught me how to be straight. Nobody taught me how to be this way. And if you talk to literally anybody in the rainbow community, or at least the ones I've talked to, nobody taught them to be that way. They were born that way. So that means we have gay kids. That means we have trans kids. We have gay kids. We have transgendered kids. And we always have. And they're all over the world. People could take half a second to accept the fact that people are born gay and born trans and born different, and then think about how they have treated people and the way they have treated people who have treated kids certain ways. It would be too much. Maybe it would just be too hard to accept that you've been a big, big, big jerk to people. So anyway, someday I'm gonna go back to teaching lessons. And if you're ever in upstate Pennsylvania, think about coming to Higher Ground Welding and Art. We take all types here, except for big assholes.